Come on, folks. I won't bury you. Buried enough members of the Wayne family. Used to talk about a life beyond that awful cave. What movie was that from? So that was either the second or the third Batman movie with Christopher Nolan. And that was my attempt at a Michael Caine impression. Hello, YouTubers. Me again. It's another update. These aren't new pieces. I've had these for a while now. Like I said, I've been busy, so I haven't been able to post as much as I'd like. Before we begin, again, nothing here in this video is financial advice. It's only entertainment purposes. So I know it's probably hard to see, but starting from the bottom, that's a 14 karat gold diamond cut rope chain. Show you the stamp right there, 14K. And then the one in the middle is, I believe, either 22 or 23. I can't remember anymore. There's a stamp of 92 point something, or was it 94? I can't remember. And that one right there is the 22 carat from Daniel Jewelry Inc., as you can see right there. And honestly, when I'm looking at this in comparison, I used to think that their 22K kind of looked a little bit like not rich enough, not deep enough color, but as I'm looking at it now, it doesn't seem like that. And I know there was another video posted of somebody else that had a 22K ring or something like that, and then they said they didn't like the color of it, and then they had to test it anyway, and it's turned out that it was 22 karat anyway. And don't look at the price there. That's not going to be the price. Those days are long gone. I actually haven't worn that piece yet. It's just been in the box the entire time. Do a quick, it's not quite as nice as the other pieces. There you got your 22K stamp. It's hard to focus. You got your Daniel Jewelry insignia stamp. Yeah, so basically I took like a one of those measuring sewing type of, if you go to like a sewing shop place, or like certain Walmarts, they'll have like a craft aisle, and they got, you know, measuring tapes there, and then just put it around your wrist, and then sort of find something that's not too tight. You want some slack on it, and then there you go. Or you can go to your local jeweler. They have something, you know, about the same size, then you can use that. But then if it's one of the thinner bracelets, then the thicker ones might not fit as nice. You know, your mileage may vary. Yeah, I'm sure, like, during different times of the year, your wrists might swell or shrink because of that. Yeah, there's that. I can't have all of them all laid out. Wish I could, but it's it becomes too much of an issue. It's too much in one place, if you know what I mean. Honestly, I've thought about selling, but the price of gold has dropped a little bit above 4,000. It was as high as, I believe, over 5, maybe 5.5, somewhere around there. But even then, I was kind of not necessarily willing to sell at those prices either. I was kind of just waiting for it to see what it did, which it kind of went downhill after that. I've already stated my reasons before about why I'm kind of hesitant to sell. So we'll just see. I don't have any plans currently. But yeah, then there's and neither has the rope chain or the middle one been cleaned really. Been really busy, like I said, and really don't have time. And just end up just going back into a safe place. So probably the best investment was probably the middle one, where I got many years ago. Yeah, at that point, it's probably, I have no idea, but it's a very good return, even if I sold it at scrap price today. I don't know the length of it offhand. It's like 22, 23. Is certainly shorter than the rope, which is at 24. And I got that one overseas, so you're paying not that much above spot price, because the labor overseas was cheap. I don't know if it is today, who knows. And then as far as I know, Thailand and possibly China are the two major jewelry manufacturers. I believe India too, for Asia. And these type of chains are, believe, like sold in baht, BAHT, something like that, instead of grams or any other unit of measure. Yeah, and that's the thing with like Asian jewelry, is you won't find them with like highly polished surfaces. Because if you recall, I had mentioned before that that higher purity gold is harder to polish correctly and tends to really scratch up a lot easier. And after all this time, yeah, I don't really see too many problems with this one. So, and I don't really wear it all that often. I haven't worn it in probably years, so that probably helps. The problem I don't like with this is that they got like the thin wires connecting, like the ball bead type of so there's the beads inside of the wires, and then you got the heavier whatever you call them, links, that more substantial kind of sort of link to it. I don't know what you call that, but the problem is any chain is going to be only as strong as its weakest link. So if anything happened, the wire would break off first, and then the bead would come off. Yeah, so again, that's like one of the first purchases, so I didn't know about it. And you have your standard M class. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, obviously, the Daniel jewelry box came in that other paper box onto the right hand side. Oh yeah, there might have been like a place you can buy online for gold jewelry from Thailand, but I've never done that, and I'm not sure if I'd be comfortable with doing something like that, especially if you're in the United States now and you've got tariffs and customs and opening up boxes. And like I said, I've had that one ring, literally the one ring from the Lord of the Rings, and it was from New Zealand, and I got it shipped to me in the United States, but I'm not sure if I really want to be a part of that anymore. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to be buying anything overseas. So, yeah, that's kind of tough. If you'd like to travel overseas and buy it there and then bring it back home yourself, you're more than certainly welcome to do so. Yeah, I have no idea what's going to happen to the price of gold, and I'm fine right now. I don't need to sell. When I do retire, maybe that's a different question altogether. But we'll have to see what happens. It's all about diversification. Although at this point, I'm certainly questioning that, but certain hard decisions to make sometimes. And then let me talk about the bottom one lastly. So that's just your run-of-the-mill. I mean, anywhere you go to, like, anywhere, mall, jewelers, anywhere. I'm not going to tell you where I got it from. I don't really care to name that place, and really, I don't feel like bad-mouthing places, so I'm just not going to put out the name out there. But really, anywhere, any jewelry place, they get their things from either an Italy supplier or like a South American type of supplier, but it's all going to be the same type of thing. I think this is South American just by how it looks. The Italian ones seem to be a little bit different. But it's basically the bottom one, the rope chain, is basically a machine-made type of chain. If you haven't already, I suggest you look up, how do they make rope chains. Pretty fascinating stuff. And also, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. I certainly will keep my promise with the part 2 video of the Jesus piece once I receive the 150 subscriptions. So stay tuned for that. Yeah, there might be other jewelry videos, but honestly, that's pretty much the bulk of it. Might have 1 or 2 other pieces or so, but I'm not sure if I'll be shooting those. It's not really all that substantial. So we'll see about that. I did want to get another piece recently, but then I decided not to, because at the end of the day, I mean, sure, it does go up in value, but my portfolio in equities has also gone up as well, if not even more. And not only that, is having to resell these type of products. I mean, these ones, maybe not so bad, but I was thinking about getting a watch, but then, having to go through, and I've certainly sold things online before, and things like that, and these kind of sort of social media apps type of thing. It's not necessarily an easy thing to do, and maybe not a comfortable place to be doing business. It just seems like a lot of hassle, and it's like, when you want to buy it, you buy it at the very highest price. When you want to sell it, you sell it at, less than what the highest price is, maybe 5, 10, maybe even less than what that is, and this and that. It's a hassle. It's kind of like buying and selling a car almost. Not quite though. That's the worst. You're guaranteed you'll lose money. I've lost money on every car that I've bought and sold. So there's that. And not only that, is I want to try to sort of focus on other things. Because if I had bought that other piece, then I would have been tied up for probably, maybe 3 years or even more, and wouldn't be able to do anything else kind of in the meantime. And I've thought about sort of picking up traveling again. So I'll try to travel again soon, and then see how that goes, and then if I like it, maybe continue traveling more. If not, then sort of try and get back into buying some other things, not necessarily jewelry, but other things that I like. I don't know, we'll have to see how that goes. But essentially it's using sort of the extra income to pay for these kind of things, and not using the principal to pay for that. And I'm not going to get too much into detail about what that entails. This is not meant to be a financial video. As for final thoughts, not going to be any final thoughts this time, folks. So, yeah, I guess that's about it. It's gonna be the 250th anniversary for our independence tomorrow on July 4th. So I hope you all in the United States do something fun and exciting tomorrow. All right, ladies and gentlemen, take care and keep the dream alive. Thank you.